What's up? What's up? What's up? How are you guys doing? My name is Josh. I'm your push coach, and I'm so excited to hang with you guys today. The room is live. I hope that you are ready for an incredible night that is going to change your life forever. We got about 313 people on right off the bat, but we've got more people that are going to be joining us as we go. Hello, Jeannie. Hi, Christine. Casey, Louisa, what's up? Amanda, make sure and say hi. Let me know where you're from. Let me know what company you're representing. Let me know who your upline is. Just give me your whole life story. You got like 15 seconds. Give me your whole life story right over here. Let's get to know each other. Let's be best friends. For those of you that are first timers, thank you so much for joining me. My name is Josh. I have been a member of the John Maxwell team for the last 5 years, and for the last 4 years, specifically training the network marketing industry, taking personal development, taking business and marketing strategies and plugging them into the network marketing industry. And I'm so excited to hang with you guys tonight. I've trained over 5,000 in training groups. I think spoke for something around 20 or 30,000 via my webinars, in-person events. Some of you I'm going to see this summer in Indianapolis for those of you that are going to be a part of my Power of I Am events. Looking forward to seeing so many of you there. Guys, I'm so excited. We're going to get started here in just a second, but I want to give everyone time to get on here, say hi, make sure we've got people here, make sure we've got people ready to go, because tonight is going to be life-changing. Tonight, I'm going to teach you how to become a rock star recruiter. If you are in network marketing, recruiting is the biggest part of your business, and yet it's what so many of you aren't doing at all. So we're going to give people a chance to get on, and that's what we're going to dive into tonight. How to become a rock star recruiter. How do you make it a part of your business when that's what your business really depends on, okay? We're going to talk about that tonight. We're going to be dropping some truth bombs. We're going to be giving you some focus. We're going to be giving you some action steps to take. But we're also going to be doing some awesome giveaways. For those of you that are used to hanging with me, you know I love giveaways. Hi, Trina. What's up? We got Trina and Tina. We got Stacy. We got Monica from Team Made. What's going on? We got Lindsay, Jessica, Larson, Cloud from Tucson. What a rad name. Your name is Cloud. I love that. Rachel, what's up? Bree from Texas, what's going on? So we've got some giveaways to do tonight. I love doing giveaways. Tonight, we're gonna give away $500 in cash prizes. Does anybody love cash? On my live calls in the Push Mastermind, we're on Zoom, so I tell them to show me jazz fingers if they like something. We're gonna do emojis tonight. We don't have jazz fingers, but you can show me some jazz fingers too. Show me some emojis if you absolutely love giveaways and love to get free stuff. We're gonna give away $500 tonight. 5 different people will win $100. We're going to give away 5 free training groups. 5 of you are going to get a free spot. I love it. Just type out jazz fingers. That's cool too. 5 of you are going to get a free spot in my best-selling training called The Art of Recruiting. And then we're going to give away 5 Let's Puke Together tanks. If you don't know what Let's Puke Together is, you are about to find out. So here's how you participate in getting the prizes. Actually, real quick, I know many of you have teams, and I've got this link that I want you to share, okay? If you're on here live with me, do me a huge favor. Take a second and share that. That's the live link. People can click on that link and just hop straight in live with us, okay? Take that link that I just dropped in the chat. Go put that in your team pages. Would love. Hey, Dawn, what's going on? First timer. Would love to have your teams join us tonight, because tonight's call, I'm telling you, is going to wake some people up. It's going to light some fires, and it's going to get some people into action. How many of you are ready to take action? How many of you are ready to get your team to take action? We've got 2 kinds of people on here tonight. We've got the kind of person that needs to start taking action, and we've got the kind of person that's trying to help their team take action. So let's get everybody on, because we're going to freaking rock tonight. So here's how you can participate in winning one of the prizes. Okay. Number 1, I want you, and some of you have heard this 1,000 times. It's okay. Hang with me. I want you to take a screenshot of what you see, or to take a selfie with me in the background. Okay. Screenshot of what you see right here. Or, oh, that was fun. Or a selfie with me in the background. I just got my hair fresh and clean. So get a nice selfie of me with my nice haircut. And then, here's what I want you. I want you to tag me in your stories, okay? I want you to take the picture, post it in your Instagram or Facebook stories, whatever you're into. I personally prefer Instagram stories, but whatever you do is cool, okay? And I want you to tag me on Instagram. I'm Josh Coates _push coach, okay? That's Josh Coates. See how fast I can type with this Energize in my system. Oh, I'm gonna Josh Coates _push coach on Instagram. Over on Facebook, I'm just Josh Coates Push Coach, no underscore, okay? Instagram, Josh Coates underscore Push Coach. Facebook, Josh Coates Push Coach. And then I want you to put your favorite takeaway from tonight with hashtag Let's Puke Together. Let's puke together, baby. What does that mean? I'm going to tell you what it means. Let's puke together is something that I kind of have coined over the last couple of years as I started teaching people. Here's the thing. It's not enough to set these tiny little goals that don't put us into action. We have to be honest about what we really want in life. We got to be honest about the kind of future we really want to create for our family, about the kind of difference we really want to make in the world. And when we start setting goals based on what we really want and the difference we really want to make, it should be so big and so scary, it literally makes us want to vomit just writing it down and saying it out loud. So I wear it right here on my wrist. It says, let's puke together. Some of you will be getting some of these this weekend. I've got on a couple different wristbands that I wear. Reminds me every single day to live my life with intention, to dream big enough to make a difference for myself and my family, but also in the world. The only way you do that is by dreaming big. So a screenshot or a selfie, tag me, Josh Coates underscore Push Coach. Drop your favorite quote and use hashtag Let's Puke Together. Hashtag Let's Puke Together. My computer is saying unavailable because it's restricted. I'm not sure exactly what you mean by that because you're in our chat, which means you're here. So I don't know what you mean by it saying I'm not sure what you mean. Delana, can you, I got my assistant on here with us tonight. Jay Ring is here with us. So if you'll go into further detail, he can help you out. Okay. So are you guys ready to go? Give me some emojis if you are ready to get this going, because I'm giving you fist bumps. I guess I'm trying to plant in your head that I want fist bump emojis, but you can drop any emoji you want. You can drop a unicorn, you can drop a leprechaun. I don't know what, I'm wearing green. I guess that made me think of leprechaun. Whatever you want. We're going to get rocking tonight because we got some serious stuff that we got to talk about tonight. All right. I took 2 scoops of Energize just straight, and then I have some mixed in with my water. So I'm ready to go. I don't know if you guys are ready to go, but I'm ready to go. All right, so we're going to come out of the gates running tonight. I've got a truth bomb to just drop on you right away. There's this guy, and he's kind of like my alter ego. He's like my second personality. We call him Mean Josh. And Mean Josh usually doesn't come out until like 15 or 20 minutes in. But guys, I was taking notes for tonight, and I was kind of preparing this, and it's like Mean Josh just came out and took over the whole presentation. So we're going into Mean Josh. We're going to start dropping bombs literally right away. So here's the thing that I want to open up by saying. I want to open up by saying that it's time to stop playing games. Some of you that are on my email list read my email yesterday where I talked about this leading into tonight's presentation. I apologize if the screen is shaking. I get excited and I'm moving all over the place. But it's time to stop playing games. Here's what I mean by that. We have got so many people in the network marketing industry that love to wear the hat, love the t-shirt, wear the t-shirt, go on the trips, post on social media, and pretend they're a part of something they really are not a part of at all. And I hope so bad that your spouses are in the background listening, because they will be confirming with heads shaking. It's time to be done with playing on your phone 4 to 8 hours a day and pretending you have a business when you don't. Let me just say this again. It is time to be done playing on your phone 4 to 8 hours a day and pretending you have a business when you don't. Good morning, Carla from Australia. How you doing? Because every single one of you tonight have a business that you pay fees for. You have products that you buy to stay active. Some of you have websites. Some of you have created freemiums. Some of you have spent thousands of dollars on branding and creating avatars. You spent all of this money on something that you don't really do as a business. You do it as a hobby. You do it for fun. You do it so that you can feel like you belong to something. And there's nothing wrong with wanting to belong to something. I'm all about wanting to belong to something. But here's the problem. When you call that a business, and when you tell your family, hey, sorry, I need some time. I gotta go work my business. I just unplugged my phone. I gotta go work my business. And what you're really doing is scrolling a new feed and making stories and polls and just goofing off, and then trying to pretend that that's a business. That is not a business. That is a hobby. It is a hobby that my 12-year-old, my 11-year-old, I keep calling him 12, he just turned 11. It's a hobby that my 11-year-old has that he doesn't get paid for, and he doesn't expect to get paid for it. But yet we have grown adults all over the world expecting to get paid to have a hobby, and it literally makes no sense. So tonight, I've got to call out to you. Some of you are not really doing any of the things. You're pretending to do the things. And because we can't see what happens in your inbox, we only see what happens with your posts and your stories. We think you're doing all the things and you're not. And I got to just straight up start off by saying, it's time to stop playing games and really have a business. But then we have some other people who actually are doing all of the things. You are actually posting. You're actually having the conversations. You're doing most of the things, but you're not doing enough of the things to actually grow and move forward. And that's kind of what I want to talk about tonight with recruiting. Let me just tell you this. It is just as easy to recruit as it is to sell products. The only difference is this, that at some point in your business, you had to make the decision to stop being the person that plays on their phone. And you had to say, you know what, if I want to make money, if I want to have customers, I got to actually talk about my products and I got to invite people to try them. It's literally that simple. That's what sales is. I don't know if you knew that, but sales is literally talking about something, inviting people to try it. It's literally that easy. You do that over and over and over and over and over. And even if you sell the crappiest product on the planet, you will make some sales. At some point, you finally got out of your head and said, you know what, I'm going to do this thing. I'm going to start sharing more about my journey. I'm going to start talking more about our products, and I'm going to invite people to try them. And you started making some sales, and maybe even enough sales to earn a free trip once a year, maybe even enough sales to like pay for some groceries here and there, but you still haven't got where you really want to go, because then you realize, if I really want to make money at this thing, I need to recruit people. And here's what happened. You ran into this lid. John Maxwell calls it the lid, okay? You ran into a lid in your business because there's only so much money you can make selling products. And let me just tell you, it's not very good money. The entire network marketing industry business was not created for people to make millions of dollars selling products. It was created for people to make millions of dollars recruiting and training teams. Where the real money comes is from raising up leaders who do what you do. We call it duplication. John Maxwell calls it multiplication. But you can't multiply yourself into humans that do not exist. I mean, I know that sounds like common sense. Like my buddy says, common sense is no longer common sense. You can't duplicate yourself into humans that don't exist, which means the missing link between selling and duplicating is recruiting. And yet, I'm talking 80 to 90% of you on this call tonight that post, that talk about products, that win free trips, don't make as much money as you could because you don't recruit. You don't. And the crazy thing is this, you don't need to work any harder than you already do. You just have to be willing to bite the bullet and talk about your business and invite to your business instead of getting caught up only fixated on the products. It is literally the exact same amount of work to recruit as it is to sell. It's just a different verbiage. That's it. It's literally just changing the freaking verbiage. That's it. And so many of you that think you're the ones, when I was like, it's time to stop goofing around and taking this serious, and you're like, oh yeah, I take it serious. That's right. You were my amen choir for a minute. And then you realized you are the person that is doing all the stuff, but you haven't made that one simple tweak to become a recruiter instead of a seller. And if all you're doing is selling, let me just tell you, I love network marketing. I think it is incredible. I think it creates opportunities for anyone who wants to get out there and do their own thing. But the commission on sales is not good. Now, it's not bad. It's not like terrible. It's not like unfair or anything like that, but it's not good. Because all of the compensation plan is built around this thing called recruiting. And if they overpay you for selling, there's no money left for things like team volume and raising up leaders. If I were signing up for a company, the first thing I would do is look at the compensation plan and ask myself, where's the money? Where's the money? Obviously, I want to help people. Obviously, I want to make a difference, but I can only help as many people as what it pays me to keep showing up for. And if it doesn't pay me enough to actually show up for, I can't keep doing it for the rest of my life. I got to go get a job. So you got to ask yourself, where is the compensation plan? And the compensation plan, regardless of what company you're in, is in building a team. So you have to make the mindset shift to say, I don't want to be a salesperson. I want to be a team builder. And that brings me to point number one. You ready to take some notes? Point number one, please, 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 please write this down, is new mindset. I must have a new mindset, and then I'm going to give you something to write next to that. New mindset is, write this down, recruiting is a non-negotiable. Recruiting is a non-negotiable. Now, here's the thing. A lot of companies have these non-negotiable sales goals that they put together for you. And every company is different depending on what the products look like and the packages look like, but they have some type of non-negotiable that they want you to hit every single month that usually ends up kind of being the thing that wins you and earns you like the trips and stuff like that. But they do not get you the rank advances. Only recruiting gets you the rank advances. And here's what I have found. What I have found is that when it comes to the company side of things, and I have nothing against the companies, okay? There is very little recognition for actual recruiting itself other than rank advancing. And in my opinion, this is one of the reasons more people don't recruit, because you don't get recognized for that recruit until you've recruited 8 to 10 people to rank advance, but you can get recognized any day you want for making a couple sales and you can win a free trip. Even though you're not getting paid, you got a free trip. And so what you've got to do is you got to make the mind shift yourself. And in my push mastermind, it's actually something that we focus on in my group. I said, I'm going to be the person that recognizes for recruiting. We're going to do recruiting check-ins every single day. You've got to change something up here. And you've got to say, from now on, it's not enough to just hit my minimum sales goal. That's not enough. I have got to make recruiting a non-negotiable. I've got to come up with a minimum recruiting. And I want to give you a perfect example of why it's so important to have a non-negotiable. There's a girl by the name of Brooke Castilla, and she has an incredible podcast. You should definitely check it out. You should listen to it right after you're done listening to mine. I'm just kidding. But it's incredible. It's called I believe it's called the Life Coach Podcast, or the Life Coach School, I think is what it's called. And she says she was talking to a client, and this happens all the time. She's talking to a client who wants to lose weight. And she'll say, here's the thing. You are not losing weight because you haven't made it a non-negotiable. And the example she used was someone who weighed 250 pounds. And she said, let me ask you this. Why don't you weigh 300 pounds? And the person immediately chimed up and said, there's no way in the world I would ever let myself get to 300 pounds. I know I'm overweight. I know 250 isn't healthy, but I would never let myself get to 300. And this is what she said. She said, when you make 200 pounds, the same non-negotiable that you've made 300 pounds, you'll lose that 50 pounds like it's nothing. Your problem is you have made the non-negotiable too high. When you set a new non-negotiable, it changes everything in your mindset and everything in your mentality when all of a sudden you realize, I'm not okay with this. You have tolerated where you're currently at because you haven't made a non-negotiable. And so for the sake of recruiting, if you don't have a non-negotiable, you are totally okay with month after month after month hitting the sales goal and recruiting nobody. Month after month. Some of you have been doing this for 3 years and still don't make good money because you don't have a team. And you've hit sales goals. And people tell me all the time, well, I've become an all-star, superstar, whatever your company calls it. I've hit this sales goal 24 months in a row. Excuse me. You've hit this sales goal 24 months in a row. I'm like, I don't care. I really could care less how many months in a row you have hit a minimum sales goal. I really don't care. I give you zero credit for that, even though I give you a little. Okay, I give you a little. I won't be too mean. I give you a little credit. A little credit. But if you're not building a team, who cares? Who cares if you hit the company minimum 35 years in a row? If you don't make money, who cares? You have got to take recruiting and say, from now on, I'm forcing myself to recruit at least this many people. Does that mean it'll happen in month one? Absolutely not. But what it does mean is at the end of month one, if you don't hit that, you will be just as disappointed and frustrated as you are if you don't hit your minimum sales goal, which makes you go, okay, I got to step up my game. And if you hit it 2 months, if you miss it 2 months in a row, you keep saying, this isn't okay. In other words, you draw the line in the sand and you say, it is not okay to take 4 to 8 hours away from my family and not give them a paycheck in return. That's not okay unless I'm going to call it charity, in which case I need to communicate to my family that I'm doing charity, not pretend I have a business. If you make the right tweaks and make these things a non-negotiable, you will never have to work 4 to 8 hours again in your life. You won't need to. Honestly, 3 to 5 hours a day is more than enough to build a 6-figure business. It's more than enough if you do the right thing. So number one, it's got to become a non-negotiable, okay? Number one was new attitude new mindset become a non-negotiable. Number two is new attitude. New attitude. And next to new attitude, I want you to write this. Stop resenting the fans. Stop resenting the fans. Fans as in F-A-N-S. Stop resenting the fans. I want to give you an analogy out of my new book that I actually just finished the first draft of. It's called F Leadership. And the whole point of it is to overcome all of the crap that you have put in your head about how hard it is to be a leader and help you understand how simple leadership really is. I'm going to give you an analogy out of the book that I love, love, love so much. I've kind of been addicted to this new analogy about a football stadium. Now, I know all of you aren't sports fans, but I think you'll all understand and appreciate this analogy, okay? So here's the thing. I want you to imagine, a lot of you, depending on your company, you say when someone signs up as a recruit under you, you say they're joining your team. Now, some people call it a dominion, other things, but I think we all kind of in our heads think of it as like our team. I've saw comments over here saying, I want my dream team. I want my tribe, okay? We see this thing as a team. And here's what I need you to kind of completely restructure the way you think about your team. Now, it's okay to call it your team. That's fine. I got no problem with you calling it your team, but you got to see it differently. Let me grab a sip of water here. Here's what I want you to imagine. We all, for our business, have a football stadium. We all have a football stadium. Crystal, Denver Broncos, she's a Mile High fan. She's probably been to Mile High several times. I hope she has been if she's a Broncos fan, okay? You've got a football stadium. And here's the thing. What you think is that every single time someone signs up to be on your team, that they join the 11 players that go out on the field to try to win the ball game once a week. Here's the problem with that. Most of the people signing up for your team, tell me if you agree over here with some emojis. Give me some emojis if you agree. Most of the people signing up for your team do not show up for practice every day. Would you agree? Show me in the comments over here. Would you agree? Most of the people signing up for your team, they don't show up for practice every single day. In other words, there we go. Okay, that's what I thought. I thought so. Just making sure I know what I'm talking about here real quick. So here's the thing. You got to understand, even if I call them my team, they are not the team. In fact, when someone comes onto your team, as long as we're inviting anyone who wants to sign up to be on our team, as long as we're wording it the way we do, you don't have to have experience. You don't have to have sales experience. You don't have to have business experience. Everyone, as long as everyone is welcome and there are no specific requirements on how often they have to work because they have their own business, we can't possibly in our head see them as our teammate. Instead, we got to think of it as a football stadium, okay? And we have people who watch from home, okay? People watch the game from home. Those are our followers. There's a whole lot of people that are following your page right now that really have no buy-in. In other words, it's free for them. They get it all for free. They can sit at home, turn on the TV. Sure, they paid cable, but you're not really making a lot of money off of them per se. When someone buys a product from you, they enter into the stadium. They bought a ticket, but honestly, they're kind of like in the upper section of the nosebleeds. Sometimes we get a customer who buys literally everything we put out. Thank God for those kind of people. Then we've got people who sign up to be on our team. And here's what I need you to understand. When someone signs up to be on your team, that put them on the field just means they're probably sitting in the front row. They are the kind of people that are willing to pay more money to just be closer to the action. Some of them are willing to pay enough money to come down on the sideline. They're willing to pay to go to the corporate events. They're willing to show up, give up their evenings to be on team calls and be on stuff like this, but they don't show up for practice every day. They are not on the team. They are just the people who buy the VIP tickets so that they can get the meet and greet before the ball game. That's it. And so here's what happens, because we think everyone is on our team. We are trying to give everyone our time and energy and attention like we're their head coach, and they need us to train them for the game that's coming up. And the problem with that is our energy gets spread between so many people that are doing absolutely nothing in return that it exhausts us. We lose our energy. We're giving without getting anything in return, which literally defies universal principles. Universal principles say, if I sow, I should reap, unless I'm sowing on stony ground. If I'm sowing on stony ground, I'm kind of an idiot for expecting to get something in return. If I take some seeds and I go outside and plant them on some rocks and nothing grows, is that the seed's fault or is that my fault? That is my fault. That is not anybody's fault but my own. So I have to make sure that I'm planting my seed in good ground. So if I'm trying to plant my seed in every single human that's willing to pay a business fee and open their online office and post on social media, I'm going to be really exhausted because I'm working really hard for zero return. And here's what happens when you do that. When you start doing that, you start resenting your team. How many of you can give me a little fist bump? Only your first names for the most part are showing here, so your team won't know, okay? How many of you can give me an emoji and say, Josh, I give so much, getting so little in return that I'm getting to the point where I actually resent my own team. Show me an emoji if that's you while I grab a drink. Show me an emoji. I want to see. I want to see. Okay, I just wanted to make sure. So here's the thing. The second we start creating these boundaries and being honest with ourselves about who's on the team and who just is in the stadium, it immediately flips our mindset. And here's what I try to do, guys. I've been working with my clients actually on this the last couple of months since I came up with this analogy. And we talked about it in the push leader as well. If I can just realize these people never actually signed up to be on the field with me, they just wanted a closer seat. What it allows me to do is to be thankful for the fact that they were willing, even though they had no intentions of playing on the field at all. I can be thankful that they loved me enough and appreciated what I stand for enough. They were willing to pay a higher priced ticket just to be a little bit closer to me on the field. In other words, they were willing to buy VIP packages just to meet me before the event. A couple weeks ago, I spoke in Dallas along with Autumn Calabrese, and to get into the event, it was $20. To get a VIP ticket where you could get your picture taken with myself and Autumn, it was $100. People literally paid an extra $80 to get their picture taken with myself and Autumn. $80 extra. Now, can you imagine if after speaking at the event, I would have followed all of the people who bought VIP tickets home and watched to see how much they worked their business and implemented the things that I taught them? And can you imagine if I get more mad at the people who bought VIP tickets than the people who bought regular tickets because they didn't work harder than everyone else? These people who bought VIP tickets did not say, I'm going to do 4 times more work than everyone else. They said, I want a picture with Josh and Autumn. And let's be real, they wanted their picture with Autumn. They didn't say I'm going to work harder. They said, I just want more perks. That's it. So all of a sudden, every single human that came up to me in Dallas and got their picture taken with me, I hugged them. I was so thankful that they were willing to spend an extra $80 to get to meet me in Autumn. And again, I realized that most of it was Autumn, but still, I was thankful to these people. I appreciated these people. I have events coming up. I travel around the country, and so many people buy VIP tickets just so they can get their picture taken with the speakers. And I love and appreciate them so freaking much for caring enough that they've either followed me on social media or been on events that they want to be closer to me. That makes me feel special that I have made an impact on their lives. It does not make me expect more out of them. Does that make sense? So here's what I need you to do. I need you to take everyone that signs up for your team and say, here's the thing. I love and appreciate every one of you so freaking much. But I'm also going to be smart enough to ask myself, who is actually showing up for practice every single day? Because if I understand that the ones showing up for practice every day are the ones who need my true personal time and need me to actually be there with them and train them and coach them and help them, what it allows me to do is release the expectations on everybody else and just be thankful that they're there at all. And put positive energy into the people that are there who do want to practice, who do want to play, which, by the way, takes 1/10 of the time that it takes to try to motivate unmotivated people. A bunch of you are not recruiting regularly because, one, you got negative energy because all of the people you've recruited that have done nothing, and you are carrying that negative energy into everything you do, both in the team page and on social media. No wonder no one else wants to join you. No one wants to join that, correct? But when you can celebrate and embrace the people who are there, all of a sudden you are relieved of the pressure, you are relieved of the tension, and you can just say, I'm just going to go on social media today and I'm just going to be a freaking boss. And some people are going to want to join my team to sit on the sidelines and give me a high five after the game. And that's cool. I'll be there to give them a high five. But if I do this well enough, there will also be people who want to get down on the field with me. See, as long as I'm negative, I promise you this, you're going to lose. You're going to lose every ball game. But when I have positivity and I'm loving what I do and I'm enjoying playing on the field, people want to come play with me. People are willing to make sacrifices if we do what number 3 is. I hope you guys are enjoying this. Are you guys enjoying this? Is number 1 and number 2 good so far? Was it worth the money you paid so far? I hope it was worth the money you paid because it was free. But if not, you can hop off at any time. So that leads me to number 3. And number 3 is new message. So we got to have a new mindset. We got to have a new attitude. And once we understand the football analogy, here's what it gives us the freedom to do. It gives us the freedom to have a new message. See, here's the problem. So many of you think that because everyone, because we're focused on the negative, because everyone is so lazy and no one wants to do this thing with me and no one wants to work. Here's what we have kind of fallen into sometimes. We have fallen into using a message that calls out to everyone that's lazy and everyone who doesn't want to do anything. And we have made things so easy. And so what we've started doing is we've started sharing kind of like this, everyone can come. Everyone can join me. I'm looking for anyone who wants to make any type of changes. And we become desperate for people to join us. And again, because we don't understand the football stadium analogy, we're literally begging people to join our team with zero expectations. And so people show up with no expectations. So people do nothing. And then we get more frustrated that nobody's doing anything. And it's our own damn fault for not creating any type of message that brings in the right people. So what we have to do is 2 things. I think that it's a 2-part. I think that it's okay to say, hey, I've got a football stadium and everyone's welcome, but I'm also looking for a few people who really want to go somewhere different in life. I'm really looking for a few people. I sent out an email about a week or two ago and it said, I'm looking for my next rock star. Now, a lot of my emails and a lot of my posts are geared toward people who are struggling, people who just need help showing up, people who are consistent. And I realized, literally writing the content for this call, that I've allowed myself sometimes to call out to everybody and make the football stadium a little too open. And so I changed it. I said, okay, here's the thing. I got to call out to some of my rock stars. I got to call out to some of my people who want to go to the next level. So I literally titled it, Looking for My Next Rock Star. And then I said in there, I know some of you are out there and you are showing up every day and you are putting in the work and you are putting in the energy. You're just caught somewhere in your business trying to make a transition from one level to the next, and you just need a few tweaks and you need someone on your side. If you're someone who is already crushing it but needs someone on your side to get you to the next level, fill out this application. And the emails, the applications rolled in with people who were hitting big numbers and wanted me as a one-on-one coach to take them not from here to here, but from here to here. In other words, I called out to a different kind of person and I got a different kind of result. Now, does that mean that I'm going to stop helping everyone else? Absolutely not. Okay. I am committed for life to helping people at every single level in their business because I've been there before. I was the guy who my very first year in business only made $500. It was the worst. I was definitely the worst player on Team John Maxwell. Like if in football you make fun of the punter, I was more of like the guy who holds the ball that gets kicked. Like only on windy days. If it's windy and the ball's getting knocked over, I go out there to hold it for somebody. I'm probably more the tee that just gets kicked as the ball goes. That's all I was. So I get it. I've been there and I'm committed for the rest of my life to making something for everybody at every level. And I think you should do the same. I think you should always sell tickets to the stadium, because if there's no stadium full of people, there's no reason to play the game. Like I love sports. I played sports growing up, but honestly, without fans, it's not as much fun. Fans is what makes the game exciting. So I'm always going to have an offer for everyone, but I'm also going to include a call out to people who want to go to another level. People who really want to make a change. People who actually want to put in the kind of work that it takes. Notice these words that I'm using right now. I call these rhino words or power words. I'm looking for people who are willing to invest, who are already working hard but just want to get rewarded for it. People who are already goal-oriented but need somewhere to put their goals into. People who already have a vision for the future but they need some tools to help them get there. Please take notes. All of this stuff that I'm giving you can be going into your posts, into your stories, into your lives. I'm looking for people ready to go. That's how you get your dream team. Number one, you make it a non-negotiable. You say, I will get people, and that's all there is to it. I'm on a freaking quest. One of the greatest universal laws, this is what I teach in my Push Mastermind. There's a couple universal laws that I teach on a lot. One is the law of sowing and reaping. The other is what you seek is what you will find. It is a universal law. If you set out seeking after something, you will find it. So if you make it your non-negotiable to recruit, if you make that the thing that you seek, guess what happens? You'll start to find. You will start to find that there are people all over the world that don't just want products. They want purpose. They want fulfillment. Here's some more power words you can write down. They're not quite, they're words that complement the power words is really what they are. People want purpose. People want fulfillment. People want change. People that want hope. People that want a brighter future. People that want to make a difference. If those are the kind of people you start seeking, I promise you there are plenty of them out there. You will start to find them. But number two, we got to have a new attitude. And we have to create expectations that this is what it looks like to be on the team. P.S. Everyone's welcome, but this is what it looks like to be on the team. And we got to release the people who don't want to play on Sunday. It's okay. If you just want to sit in the stands, paint your chest with the colors or logos of the team and get drunk, cool. Go ahead and do that. I'll be down here on the field showing you what it looks like to win games. You want to cheer me on? That's cool. I'm going to show up and do my part. Want to join me? Awesome. Don't want to? That's okay. Keep getting drunk and cheering for me and buying nachos. I appreciate that very much. And then 3, we put out the message. We call out to the people and we say, I'm looking for somebody. I'm looking for my next rock star. You got to call out to your people. You got to have the confidence. Yes, in yourself, but let me take it a step further, because I think sometimes that's where we get too caught up, is we get so caught up in thinking that I have to be confident that then if we're not confident, we don't think we can do it. So let me actually flip the table on you. You don't just have to be confident enough in yourself. What you really need to be is confident enough in others to believe that they have the power in them to change their life forever. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to have all the answers. You don't have to have the tools. But what you do have to do is believe enough in other people's purposes and in other people's destiny. Because what really, really sucks you dry is when you get so burnt by all the people you thought were players that aren't, that you actually start to stop believing in others' potential. You start thinking things like, maybe most people just don't want to do this. Maybe this isn't really duplicatable. Maybe I'm the only one in the world that wants to wake up early, put out a message, talk to people, and you start convincing yourself that you're alone, when in reality there are people everywhere. You're just no longer looking for them and you're not calling out to them. So I got one person that's already admitted it, saying, I'm the drunk fan. I believe we've got a couple kinds of people on this call tonight. We've got some people that have been the drunk fan, and you have not been showing up for your business at all. You have been posting on social media and wearing the hat, but you haven't really been doing the work. The other kind of person we have on this call is someone that has been doing the work, has been earning the trips, but you haven't taken that next step that you actually need to take to recruit a team and get moving in the right direction to actually make money. And let me tell you, on one hand, I think that it's everyone's responsibility to find the answers and go do the right things. But let me tell you that sometimes it's not your fault. On one hand, it's always our fault, but on another hand, it's not. And let me tell you why. Because I think that the world has become so oversaturated with so much damn training that sometimes people don't even know where to start or what to do. You have been given 37 scripts on how to start a conversation. You've been given 79 scripts on how to transition over to the actual sell. You've been given 42 different types of polls and surveys to use on stories. You've been given so much information, you don't even know what to do. No wonder everybody is drunk. Because when you're given that much crap to take in, sometimes it is a little bit easier to just kick back and have a glass of wine and watch Netflix or scroll stories. So this is what I've done to change the game. I have monitored and watched the network marketing industry and the trainings that have been provided via the companies from uplines and things like that. And then I've watched what my personal industry, the coaching industry, has done. People that are training people and leading all these trainings and selling all these things. And let me just tell you, I'm a little outraged for a couple reasons. I'm a little outraged, and I have to kind of call my clients out on this sometimes, which isn't a fun talk, but they love me anyways. I'm a little outraged with how many tools and tricks and things that your uplines are giving you without creating any type of real structure or accountability. You don't need more training as much as you need structure and accountability. You don't need to know 75 ways to do it. You just need to know what needs to be done. Here's the other thing that's pissed me off a little bit is my industry. We have people that are charging you $3,500 for these next 15 modules that supposedly are going to fix your business in like the next 30 days. And honestly, that's bullshit. In 30 days with 37 modules, you're not going to completely change your business. Now, you can get some habits and you can make some great tweaks that will eventually pay off. But unfortunately, when you're given 37 modules, you don't know where to start, and most of you never finish it. How many of you can tell me, Josh, I've spent $1,000+ on trainings that I never even completed all the modules for? I literally hear it all the time. But then on the flip side, let me tell you what people have done on the flip side. On the flip side, we have people creating subscription groups that are so cheap that everyone can afford it. So everyone signs up just because it's so cheap. And they get into the group, and there's honestly not any real value. There's not really any content. It's kind of no different than just following me on Instagram. It's like a motivational post every single day that you're paying for, but it's cheap enough that you never cancel. And they're betting on the fact that you will never cancel. And it's kind of like the gym. The gym gets everyone in January to sign up at $10 a month, knowing that we can all afford $10 a month. And honestly, we would never even take the time to cancel that, because what if we decide we're gonna go to the gym once or twice this month? Honestly, that'd be worth $10 if we just go once or twice. So we never cancel it. So the gym is sitting around collecting money for no one to get results, and they don't even care. The only thing they care about is we're making money. They don't care that nobody's showing up. They don't care that no one's getting results. So a couple of years ago, and specifically 1 year ago, I made this huge shift for myself. And I said, Josh, if you're going to charge money, you're going to demand results. One, you're going to give people a structure so that they know what to do every single day. There's no questions. They don't have to wonder, okay, what am I supposed to do today? I don't know. I just got this like really awesome call, but I don't even know what to do with it. One, I'm going to give them structure. Two, I'm going to give them regular access so that my belief can transfer into them, because belief without it, you're nothing. 37 modules won't fix you if you don't believe in yourself. So there's got to be access where your belief rubs off on them. The other thing that there's got to be is there's got to be accountability. There has got to be some type of a structure that makes people actually show up and do the stuff they paid to learn. It's not enough to learn. And I actually had a quote here that I forgot to mention. It's I love it, love it, love it. I just heard this today on a book that I was listening to. It said, knowing and not doing is the same as not knowing. Let me say that again. Knowing and not doing is the same as not knowing. Like, what's the point of even knowing if you're not going to do? What's the point of paying somebody money to learn how to create a funnel if you don't do it? So I said there's got to be accountability, so people are forced to show up and do the thing they paid to learn. And then the fourth thing that I've really been evaluating these last 4 to 5 months is it's got to be affordable. If you are going to advertise towards people who need help and who are struggling, you got to make it something that's affordable enough that people can stick around long enough to actually get the results they really need. So last year, I created this group called the Push Mastermind. And the Push Mastermind solved all of those problems. It got people the system that they needed. We set people up on a tracker where you know exactly what you're supposed to do every day. It gave them the access. We had calls every single week. And it also gave them the accountability. We do this thing where we call people out once a week. If you're not living up to the activities you're supposed to do, we call you out in a public post. And if you don't make that activity up, you get kicked out of the group. Everyone gets a little grace. Once you're called out, you get some time to fix it. But if you don't, you're gone. And as a result, we have 90+% of people showing up and getting results. But here's the one problem we had. It cost at that time $250 a month, which I thought was a really fair price for how much value we were giving. But here's what I kind of didn't think about. People who aren't making a lot of money yet, $250 a month is really hard to afford if you're not even making $250 a month yet. Or if you're someone making $500 or $600 and you're using that to pay bills. So here's what we just recently did. I believe it was about a month and a half ago we did this, maybe 2 months ago. We decided, what if instead of charging $250 a month, which is easily what the group is worth, what if instead we lowered the price enough that people could stick around long enough to get results? What if we put our money on getting people results instead of getting paid? You see what I'm saying? What if we put our money into making sure, in other words, taking a loss on the upfront profit so that people can stick around longer and actually get results, which creates incredible testimonials. We have a couple people in our group that have literally gone top 10 in their entire company in this $136 a month group. I just spoiled it. I was going to save that for a little bit and kind of like sneak it in on you. It used to be $250 a month. Now we lowered the price to $136. Now tell me this. How many of you watching that are here say, Josh, I'm either a drunk fan in the stands or I'm a player who's trying to win the game without a team because I haven't recruited anybody? Show me over here in the chat if that's you. If you're a drunk fan or someone playing the game all by yourself, either way, you're not in the best position. Drop me a comment if that's you. I want to see how many people we got. I want to see how many people. So several of you. So let me ask you this. Here's the question that I want to ask you. If I gave you the right activities to do every single day, and I put you on a tracker and made you do them every single day, how many of you can say, Josh, if I did that for 6 months, I feel incredibly confident that doing the right actions for 6 months would literally change my life, would change my business, would either take me from the drunk fan to being a player, or would be the player without a team that finally has a couple solid players. Maybe I don't have my dream team. Maybe my entire, I think it's hard to imagine that in 6 months that we would literally go from making 0 to like 20,000 a month. But you can say, Josh, if I just put in 6 months of the right effort, the problem is I haven't put in 6 months of the right effort. If that's you, I want to give you a challenge. I want to give you a challenge because here's the thing. A drunk player isn't very good either. You definitely need a system as well. I love that. I'm going to give you a challenge. I'm going to give you a challenge to put yourself in a position. If you haven't done it on your own, if you haven't done it without the accountability, why would you keep trying? Grant Cardone, one of my favorite authors, tells a story about how he was addicted to drugs in his early 20s. And he was selling cars left and right, making all kinds of money as a car salesman, but he was addicted to drugs. And he told his boss, he said, I'm going to go admit myself. I need help. And his boss, knowing the kind of good salesman he was, didn't want him to leave. And he said, here's Grant, you don't need to go admit yourself. Just work on it yourself. Just take care of it yourself. And this is what Grant said. Such wise words from a 22-year-old addicted to drugs. He said, here's the thing. If I could help myself, I already would have. That's one of the most powerful statements I've ever heard. If you could help yourself, you would have already done it. The fact that you're sitting here trying to do it over and over and over and keep falling and keep failing says you need to put yourself in a different environment that actually pushes you in. I call myself a push coach for a reason. That pushes you in to doing the thing you're supposed to do. So here's what I've got. If you want to sign up for the Push Mastermind, okay, it's going to put you on that daily game plan. We have a Facebook group we put you into where we've got a recruiting challenge that goes ongoing. We're constantly celebrating and recognizing people that are recruiting to make it a non-negotiable. We're going to put you on the daily tracker, put you in the Facebook group. We're going to have a call every single Monday together. So if you get signed up this weekend, you'll be on the call with us Monday. Every single Monday, I breathe my life and energy into you. We answer questions on the call. So if you got questions, things you're running into along the way, you drop questions in the thread. I answer them on Monday. And then we do a call out every single week to make sure you are doing the thing you signed up to learn and do. We will not let you fail. We have 90+% of people for more than 6 months running now. I think it's 9 months now. 90+% of people showing up and actually doing the work. When you sign up with me, I don't know of anyone else on the planet that can say this. When you sign up with me, you have a 90% success rate of actually putting in the action. And every single one of you said that you feel confident that if you put in 6 months worth of action, you would get results. So it's not a matter of can you, it's not a matter of are you able, it's just a matter of will you. Will you put yourself in the environment that forces it? So I've got a special deal for you tonight. I love, love, love to do special deals on webinars, okay? This group is normally $136 a month, but we do run a special if you sign up for 6 months up front, okay? 6 months up front gets you in for $679, which is about it's about $113 a month, okay? And we love the 6 month upfront option because we're rewarding you for paying up front, but it gives you the opportunity to just go ahead and commit and say, dude, I'm just gonna do this for 6 months. I'm not gonna sit around and give myself the chance to quit or drop out. I'm going to force myself into 6 months. And so here's what I have. I have a really special deal for you for being on this webinar. We created a coupon code for you. And the coupon code is just simply Rockstar. That's it, Rockstar. For anyone that signs up, first time people signing up, use the coupon code Rockstar and you're actually going to get 15% off either your first month, okay, which drops it to, I don't remember, from $136 down to like $115, $120, something like that. Or you can use 15% off the 6 months up front and it drops it down to like $590, less than $100 a month for 6 months. I'm gonna grab this real quick so that you guys, if you want to, can go click on it. I'm gonna boom, publish. That should be showing up right there on your guys' screen, okay? The Push Mastermind is what you can sign up for either 1 month at a time, or if you're like, dude, I need to make sure I show up. Can you guys let me know if you see it? Let me know if you see it there. I need to show up and I need to play the game and I need to start building my freaking team so that I can stop having a hobby and start having a business. If that's you, you can go there, you can sign up, use, it's there, awesome, thank you guys. You can use the code ROCKSTAR to get 15% off checkout. Now, because I love, 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 love to take care of my people. For being on the webinar today, I want to give you something even extra special. I'm sure you can see that there's a countdown timer there. And the reason there's a countdown timer is because I'm going to do something really special for you guys, okay? I have not been doing webinars quite as often lately because I've been working on my book. I've got some big events coming up and some other things that I'm working on that I'm really, really, really excited about. So since I'm not doing these webinars as often, I decided to do something really special for you guys today. And that is the first 5 people that sign up, I'm going to give you a free 20-minute one-on-one session with myself. I've already texted my assistant. I said next Wednesday, clear my day other than the one-on-one that I already have. Leave it free. Wednesday day, Wednesday evening, we're going to fit some people in. So the first 5 people that sign up tonight, we're going to hook you up with a free 20-minute one-on-one session with myself. I've already cleared my schedule. It's literally going down Wednesday. If you're busy Wednesday, we'll work out another day for you. But we'll literally get you in right away. Sometimes when I do these giveaways, it's hard to work it into the schedule. It takes a couple of weeks. I said, let's just clear my schedule now. Let's make sure it happens literally the very next week. So you sign up tonight, one of the first 5, you'll get one of those one-on-one sessions. The other thing is the 30-minute countdown is anyone who buys the upfront package in the first 30 minutes since I posted that, you should see the timer. The upfront package in the next 30 minutes, you're going to get my best-selling group, The Art of Recruiting, for free, which is basically like 15 plus modules on how to recruit, how to be posting properly, how to be messaging people, the mindset behind recruiting, 15 plus modules in a group called The Art of Recruiting. We're going to give you that totally free. Plus, we're going to give you a Let's Puke Together tank top. We got these tank tops that are super rad. I'm not wearing mine right now. I usually wear it in the morning. We're going to give you a free tank top for everyone who signs up front in the next 30 minutes. And on top of that, anyone who signs up this week, for all of you, in case you can't get in the next 30 minutes, maybe you're watching the recording, maybe you're someone who's got to go talk to a spouse about it, or maybe you're listening in from work, which is awesome. I love that. Anyone who signs up this week, we are going to go ahead and throw in a free digital copy of my new book, F Leadership, the one that I mentioned earlier that has the football's name. It's 19 chapters on resetting your mindset for how simple leadership is when you do it right. We've got to make this shift in our mindset about what leadership is and what leadership isn't. So anyone who signs up this week, you're going to get a free digital copy of that book, okay? Sign up in the next 30 minutes. We're also going to throw in The Art of Recruiting and a Let's Puke Together tank top if you pay for the 6 months up front. First 5 to sign up are going to get a free one-on-one session plus all of the other stuff, okay? So if you're ready to go with me, if you're ready to take this seriously and become a player and build a freaking team, if you're done with playing games and having a hobby and actually want to have a business, let's do this together. Let's do this together, okay? You don't have to do it alone. You don't have to keep doing this in and out of your business. If your spouse is listening, I can almost guarantee you they're nodding their head saying, please sign up. You've been playing around long enough. You've paid for trainings that don't demand action plenty of times. And I have people tell me sometimes, Josh, I want to sign up, but I've already signed up for too many other things that I didn't use. Shouldn't that be the reason to sign up for this group, not a reason not to? If you've already signed up for a bunch of stuff you haven't used, why would you not sign up for the thing that's going to finally make you use it? All right. So that's what I've got for you tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it was amazing. We've got some giveaways to do. I know I've got some text message here from J Ring. Let's get down to the giveaways. $100. We got 5 people that are going to win $100 cash prizes. We've got 5 people that are going to win some free tanks. And we've got 5 people that are going to win the Art of Recruiting modules, okay? And if you went and signed up, do me a favor, drop me a chat right here. If you're signing up literally while we are here, drop me a chat. If you're already in the Push Mastermind, why don't you just drop in right here and let people know how freaking amazing it is? Because I know we got some lifers in there that you're freaking rocking your business because of the group. Drop me some comments in here, okay? Okay, so those of you that are winning $100, which by the way, if this ends up being you, you can apply. You can either get a, we'll send you a digital gift card, or you can apply it towards one of the trainings if you'd like, okay? Tina Taylor, Lindy Henderson, Megan C., Jessica Mondroyd, and Daniela Werner. For the $100, Tina Taylor, Lindy Henderson, Megan C., Jessica Mondroyd, and Daniela Werner. Please do me a huge favor and email us info@joshcoates.com. Again, I'll type it here for you. info@joshcoates, spell my own name right, .com. Shoot us an email. Let us know you were one of the winners. Of course, my assistant will have the list to verify that. But shoot us an email. Let us know what your PayPal info is, your email address. Do you want to get a gift card, or do you want to have it applied to a training? Okay. 5 free tank tops is going to be Lisa Webb, Victoria Drake, Jenna Peterson, Nicola Wright, and Daphne Walter. Again, 5 free tanks is going to be Lisa Webb, Victoria Drake, Jenna Peterson, Nicola Wright, and Daphne Walter. Again, please email my team for you. We will also need your address, and we will also need what size you want to wear in unisex. They're unisex tank tops, okay? And yes, Jennifer, I am in the United States, so it is in USD. 5 Art of Recruiting modules. You are going to get all of the Art of Recruiting modules for free. That's going to be Colleen Swerbinsky, Tracy Fites. I'm sorry, I butchered your name. I apologize. Janet Dobransky, Sydney Stacy, and Faith Burlingame. Again, Art of Recruiting modules. Just shoot us an email, info@joshcoates.com. Colleen Swerbinsky, Tracy Fites, Janet Dobransky, Sydney Stacy, and Faith Burlingame. You guys are the winners, okay? Thank you guys so much for hanging with me. Congrats to all of our winners. Congrats to everyone who is already signing up. I can't wait to hang with you starting on Monday. It is going to be incredible. Let me just close by saying this. Thank you so much for taking time to hang with me tonight, to invest in yourself. Even if you're not going to sign up for one of my trainings, even if you're not going to get in there, okay? Here's the thing. I want to just make this clear to everyone, okay? Whether you want to join me on the field or hang in the stadium, I want everyone to know this. You are capable of everything you want to have in life, because universal principles tell us that what you sow is what you will reap. If you are a human, it doesn't matter what skill you do or don't have. It doesn't matter if you have natural leadership skills, if you're outgoing or an introvert. It doesn't matter if you're pretty or ugly, smart or stupid. The seed does not know any better. The seed only knows, did you put me in the ground? Did you give me water? Did you give me sunshine? That's it. Did you give me soil? Did you give me water? Did you give me light? The seed never says to the farmer, you're not pretty enough. You're not smart enough. You've been a loser too many times. You've failed too many times. The seed literally has no opinion. The seed is your dream. And as long as your dream is planted in your heart and you give it water and light, in other words, you take care of that thing and you nurture that thing That seed must grow. There is nothing in the world that you can do to make you unworthy of the seed growing. If you want something, what you seek is what you will find. I believe in you. I love you. Thank you so much for taking time to watch this. The replay should be emailed to everyone that's registered. Do me a huge fan. Go share it with your team. Go share it with people. Spread this freaking message. People need to know that they can build their dreams if they're willing to stop playing games and put in the work it takes. I love you guys. You're amazing. Have an incredible night. For those of you signing up, I will see you Monday live on the call together. Bye, guys.